I know you're thinking to yourself, how can I improve my FC25 experience? Look no further. MONOEXP has the best, cheapest coins on the website. Best price, best guarantee. Use the code META for 8% off, bro. You can get literally any card. Go check them out right now. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the best meta value players in each respective position. Best meta value, best value meta. You boys know the deal. We've been doing these videos for a while now. So very first one is going to be Cartoro. Now, the thing with strikers, right? I feel like also now with the amount of players that EA are including, everyone is above 95. Use whoever you want, bro. At the end of the day, I feel like majority of cards are so good right now. Yeah, what I liked about Cartoro though, 170k, right? Low driven plus, quick step plus, finesse shot plus. Bro, what the hell are we doing? In terms of a striker, right, you need the low driven, especially in the box. It's so OP because it kind of makes the player like shoot much more precise and fast compared to players that don't have it, if that makes sense. So yeah, overall, very nice card. I'm going to start off with the right winger. This is every position, by the way. The main gal, Cascarino. Now, we already know her gold card in the start of the game was incredible, bro. Overall, though, we got her 130,000 coins. Low driven, quick step plus. Are you guys seeing the trend here? Yes, sir. You got to look at playstyle pluses, man. It's the most OP thing right now. Yeah, throughout the whole of FC25, to be honest. But yeah, 5'5", insane pace. Yeah. At this point, like, I don't really need to be speaking too much about specific stats and stuff. I feel like, as I said, majority of the players, I mean, even if you go look like that just got included as well, pretty much insane, everyone. I mean, like, even you, obviously the much more expensive ones, yeah, they're obviously going to be insane. But you got to look through each and every card and see, like, specific stats, playstyle pluses, the roles, especially for the specific position. Like, for wingers, I feel like anybody that has a technical plus, I'll be honest, any attacking playstyle pluses, but for me personally, I love to have a pace playstyle plus. And if they don't have that, at least have them on, like, above 95 pace split. Which, as you can see, at Berkshire easy, yeah, pretty much insane. Rapid plus, maxed out pace, bro. GG's. 5-star, 5-star, yeah, pretty much insane. And I heard a couple of good things as well. I don't just look at stats, I do actually use verse and then obviously do my own knowledge research about specific players. Yeah. Next one is going to be obviously the midfielders. Bro, as I said, people are going to be in my comments, Mike, 500k, it's too much, bro. Trust me, if you have 500,000 coins, get this guy on your team. He's going to change your team. You're going to get much more wins. Trust. Trickster, quick step, low driven. Pretty much one of the best, I'd say, 500,000 coin cards like that money's going to buy, if that makes sense. Pretty much getting everything. You can play him CM, cam, strike. I feel like majority of players would put him at strike or cam. So yeah, fair enough. Next is going to be the midfielders, obviously comprising of CDM or CM. You got the likes of Pedri, bro. 300,000 coins. I think he actually went up, if I'm not mistaken, right? If you look at his graph, to be honest, no, he's going down, plummeting. Yeah, pretty much insane as well. Kind of on that cusp of, you could say, Puteas. You know, he feels insane as well. I actually recommended him to a lot of players. And like people in my comment section, and they all loved him, so fair enough. Pedri is that guy. Next one's going to be more of your compact, close quarter CM, someone that like just maneuvers very nice, low center of gravity type of vibes. I actually got to put this thing a little bit softer. Apologies, I'm just watching a stream on the side. But yeah, what I'm saying is Goyoro though. The total in-game stats is actually pretty much on average around 2,600 to 2,700, bro. Yeah. 5-star skills, she can literally play anywhere in the midfield, like practically everywhere. What I like about her though is the anticipate plus, obviously, to get the ball, and then insane stats all around. It would be nice if she had 5-star week with the, I won't lie. But yeah, next one's going to be insane. Jump over to the fullback / center backs, basically the defenders. Didn't really find too much right backs, I'll be honest. Yeah, I felt like Catarina though, Amaro, Portuguese of course, Anticipate plus, Jockey plus is always nice. There's a lot of cards. I feel like for fullbacks specifically though, like you can find majority of players are going to be good. You know, there's leniency, if that makes sense. So yeah, anticipate plus though, jockey is always nice. Yeah, I mean, for the price of 30k, like at this point, bro, literally just go into squad builder and then basically like look for any position that is under 100,000 coins. If you obviously trying to cheapify, you're gonna get some very nice cards, especially with the rating, like 95 rated, bro, with 30k. And we're not even at Fatis, by the way. That's insane. Next one's going to be obviously the center backs. We got the main man, Mega, which someone has actually given him a nickname of Smegma, bro. Yeah, they have completely lost the plot. 5-star weak foot though, very nice for passing. You want a center back though, at the end of the day, that's tall, you know, physical, kind of shrugs plays off the ball. 6'5", bro. My man is 6'5", with pretty much maxed out physicality stats. Defending is insane. And not only that, the thing with center backs, right? I cannot stress this enough. Playstyle pluses of Bruiser, because advanced defending, even if it's tactical advanced, they're gonna shrug plays off the ball very, very much so. It's just when you're on advanced, just try and tap X. Obviously on Xbox, tap A. You'll check, like they do some shrugging animations. It's insane. Very nice thing. Yeah, if you don't know about that, you can obviously go check tutorials. But overall though, the more the merrier in terms of playstyle pluses, of course. Aerial as well, you know, to win the balls in the air, bro. Score some headers. Long ball pass plus. Such an underrated one for a center back, because if you're trying to like start counter attacks and you have long ball pass plus, someone like a Mega, bro, especially his physicality, his demeanor, is gonna absolutely swing that ball through, bro. So fair enough. Very nice card. I'm got obviously the second center back, Mittelstadt. Hopefully I've pronounced that name right. I love that name just to pronounce it. But yeah, tell me any German fans right there. But overall though, what I like about him, firstly, height, perfect. I feel like if you have a balance of someone that's tall and someone that's like on the cusp of like 6 foot, because they're more compact, they're not so heavy to turn with, especially in heavy gameplay. It's not bad. 5-star skills as well. The thing is, bro, this is probably a better Van der Ven. Quick step plus, over 90 pace split, Bruiser as well. Remember what I said? Tiki-taka, passing playstyle plus, and then intercept plus, of course. If we can get like a 5th playstyle plus with like anticipate, bro, GG's. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta look at all the things in retrospect, I always say. But yeah, overall, man, very nice card. And you can actually play him at fullback, which is nice. Jump over to the very next one. Is going to be left back, Murillo. 85,000 coins. This is probably steal of the day. Yeah, steal of the day. Why I say this is quick step plus for fullback, right? Having someone in like just before 6 foot, around that height, is perfect. I feel like the better, the taller the better, though, personally speaking. Not for my woman though. Nah, I'm joking. What am I saying, bro? I'm moving mad, bro. 5'11" though, 5-star weak foot. Yeah, overall though, very nice in terms of the way he moves and feels. Haven't used him, but I've heard great things about him. Yeah, 2,600 beast in-game stats. Intercept, Bruiser, and also technical to move up the field, bro, with the ball. So fair enough. Very last one's gonna be Peter Crouch as well. Save the best for last. What do they call him? 2-meter Peter, right? Beast. What I like about Peter though, in game, like some people's gonna say Mike is a gimmick card, etc, etc. Slap a goalkeeper chem style, because I think something about the outfield players being in goalkeeper doesn't really work. But if you obviously slap a chem style, it does trigger it. So yeah, 99 reactions, 6'7". The thing with him though, sometimes unfortunately he's a little bit too like, what's the word? I don't want to be foul here. Too thin. So sometimes like he doesn't have the mass to shrug plays off the ball when it comes out, rushes out, you know, etc, etc. But it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. I feel like the height is good enough. Another good one obviously is going to be trying to think of goalkeepers right now, but yeah, that's pretty much the whole team as I showed. A good goalkeeper, probably De Gea, bro. Everybody runs De Gea, fair enough. And then we obviously got the honorable mention players, you could say. You can pause the screen. I'll be honest, majority of these cards are inaccessible to guys that either just started or, yeah. If you got the cost in your team, though, I'll show you actually which ones. Mycon, as you can see, 93, bro. Put him into the Legacy of a Lioness. Get him to 96 rated. We already know how Mycon's 93 was. You can get him to a 96 and pretty much insane stats all around. Yeah. And he can play right mid. I remember in the start of the game I had his 88. That was actually insane. I can remember that like it was yesterday. Insane how time flies, man. We are closing in also on FC 26. Yeah, a few more months. Da Costa, though, as the other right back. I mean, look at this card, bro. Probably the best plethora of playstyle pluses I've seen. Yeah, pretty much insane. That's more of the cards, though. You got a Mallard, which obviously got included last week. You know, you got the heavy hitters still producing talent. Gyökeres, Kunde. Sesko is a very nice one, by the way. 96. Not only that, Anticipate Plus, Incisive for centre back is insane business. 6'5" as well. There's some such beast cards for the price, and that's why I'm here to showcase to you. You don't need to be spending all those coins, bro. Literally, like cards like, for instance, Katoto is gonna cook. Trust. I mean, some pro players would even use those type of cards, you know. But yeah, Wrighton is also a nice one for 300k. I'll actually showcase. We also know how Team of the Year was, so yeah, she was really good. Yeah, tell me who's your favorite best value card, though. I'll catch you boys in the next one. Yeah, peace.